Right.
The But in this case here,
Yeah.
it could be a real estate play. Like
Mhm.
those
Okay.
values will drop.
Sure. I think it would be. Yeah.
It could be. Don't forget. Well, here's the scary part too. JJ Carroll and I on our previous show, Unrestricted Invasion, we reported in January 2024, and
And
JJ
he's a
was
former border agent.
25-year border agent in San Diego sector. We reported in January of 2024 that the LAPD graduated their first class of illegal aliens in
It's so
uniform.
shocking and unlawful. I'll never forget when you guys reported that, and it
Yep.
was like, why would you do that? And unless something very nefarious is in the plans. And I don't even see how it's like legally possible, because I'm sure the LAPD is part of a chain of command that goes up to at least the governor, but certainly the commander in chief. I'm guessing, right? Like, isn't there some chain of command up
Well, I mean, the FBI has jurisdiction on investigating
the
dereliction of
FBI? All
duty, as
right.
far as I know.
So if you're a citizen of another country, your legal allegiance is to another country. It doesn't. It's not even legally possible to have law enforcement that are not U.S. citizens, and
Well,
it's so
well,
dangerous.
well, Naomi, how about this? When a lot of the illegals came through the southern border, as Ben Berquam of Real America's Voice reported, and hat tip to him, he's been down there since the beginning.
Mhm.
They were finding piles of IDs. So they, how do you vet people to become police officers if you don't
You don't
even
know who
know
they
who
are,
they are? And
right?
they suspended biometrics and DNA sampling. So you could literally have the LAPD being repopulated by Trinidad Aragua or MS-13,
Oh, those
or
are cartels.
yeah, or a terrorist group, which they're kind of one and the same these days, but still.
Oh my,
Um,
this is insanity. But
like
it's
if I get pulled over in LA, I'm starting to see why on Cops and all these reality shows, so many people flee the police in LA when they get pulled over. I don't know if I'd open my door.
totally, you don't know who that person is. Or, I mean, this is so scary to me, honey, because it really is manifesting what you and JJ have been warning about for over 2 years. A stealth invasion, move an army in, call them sad immigrants fleeing political persecution,
Totally.
move an army in quietly, quietly, give them
Well,
equipment,
look,
give them
this is
housing.
what happened to Russia with the Chinese, like in a different way, but the Chinese control the majority of Siberian timber
Oh my gosh.
because a few years back, the Russians, they notice, hey, there's some Chinese guys cutting down our trees, and I'll paraphrase, but they're like, hey guys, you really shouldn't be doing that when you get over across your border. They're like, oh, we're really sorry, we'll just take a few. All right, be out by next week. They come back, there's 100 of them. They come back, there's 1,000 of them. They come back, there's a whole town built right
Unbelievable.
inside their borders. So
Well,
it can
it's
happen.
clever methodology, and it goes back to the Trojan horse. It's clearly an act of war, but it's so scary, honey, because there are Latin American countries, of course, where there is no more law enforcement. The law enforcement are the cartels, um, or many failed states where there is no law enforcement. It's militias or terrorists, right? It's one and the
Yeah,
same.
look at, I mean,
Hamas. I
Gaza
was just
Strip is
going to
run by
say,
Hamas.
totally. And when that happens, there's no more hope for citizens. You can never get your country back, because who do you go to? Who do you call? The people who are going to abduct you or conscript your teenage son against his will to fight in their militia, kidnap,
Yeah,
kidnap women to hold them hostage for money, like all
yeah,
the things that
you're
you and your
screwed.
friends are called in to fight when you
And
were.
look, and not only that, I will not give them credit, but I will recognize that in Gaza and places like that, they have huge voter turnout, because I have a feeling if you don't turn out
Oh,
while they're watching who you vote for, because
right.
there's really only one person to vote for.
Totally. A
Yeah.
thousand
So
percent. Which is, yes, which is why it's very evil for people to say, oh, it doesn't matter if Gazans are being, massacred because they voted for Hamas. We have no reason to believe they can survive if they don't vote for Hamas. But all of that is kind of a detour. Going back to the main point, there is no rule of law if law enforcement is done away with. And hi, everyone. It's Dr. Naomi Wolf. I'm founder and CEO of Legisector. And while you're running your business or funding your mission or managing your portfolio, you should be aware that lawmakers are writing rules that could wipe you out overnight or harm your clients or your property or your community. Legisector is your early warning system. Whether you're a small business owner tracking new tax codes, or a nonprofit watching for grant changes, or an investor scanning for regulatory shifts, Legisector keeps you informed in real time. You can search bills by keyword, industry, or issue, state or federal. And so you'll have no more surprises, no more scrambling. You get a dedicated industry-specific legislative tracker in your field. Legisector gives you the edge to pivot, plan, and protect what you've built. So go to legisector.com and start tracking legislation before it tracks you. Sign up for a free month now. Sean, I'm going to resheet the last one without my arm in it. Search bills by keyword, industry, or issue, state and federal, and get a dedicated legislative portal for your industry, ranging from cannabis to infrastructure, family issues, hedge funds, taxes, accounting, mortgages, real estate, 15 different sectors. Legisector gives you the edge to pivot, plan, and protect what you've built. Go to legisector.com and start tracking legislation before it tracks you. Sign up for a free 30-day trial now. Thank you. Supplanted by, cartels and terrorists and non-citizens at the behest of anyone, right? We no longer have a country. This is so scary, honey. And when we have time and you come back, I'd like you to go into the money flow that you found. Right now, I have to hop off in like 4 minutes.
Okay, well, let me go into the soft siege, can I?
Sure, baby, but I literally have to hop off in 4 minutes.
You hop off if you have to. I just want you to see this. So the soft siege that I mentioned in the title is there's almost a conditioning happening here in Salem where they have basically taken over our park with these giant, I don't know what you call them, guardian like
Right.
doll figures, which supposedly are some Dominican doll things. But check this out. I'll just run the video, Naomi. You're going to be shocked. I used Magic Movie, so I don't know how good it is, but this is shot this morning about an hour before this.
Oh my God. Those are so ugly.
They're massive.
They're massive and intimidating. They're like 12 feet high.
Look at this one. Look at this one. I don't know what's going on with this one.
Oh, honey, it's 1930s worker art.
I don't know. One lady has a laptop.
Well, it's 21st century Marxist workers' art.
So for those that don't know, Magic Movie's that auto movie maker on the iPhone. I did this while we were talking. Look at them.
So creepy and hideous. It was a beautiful park with a beautiful view.
It was.
And the city, which has a lot of other needs, spent like
Sorry, it's so shaky.
tens of
Look at this
thousands
one.
of dollars.
Look at this one.
Okay, well, I mean, I honor the forebears, but we also have a very important Puritan.
This is Salem, Massachusetts. I'm not sure how this speaks to our history.
Well, I mean, it could.
Unless we get to burn those at the end of the summer.
Right. Very funny.
And then it's almost like they've surrounded the park with these things.
Yeah, no, it's very intimidating.
And what's weird too is like a block away.
Yeah.
A block away from the park, where it's not even part of the park, it's like right adjacent to our little neighborhood. They have one there, almost like standing watch. And these things are what, Naomi, we could say like 12 feet tall.
They're 12 feet tall, and everyone hates them. Everyone in the neighborhood absolutely hates them. I don't understand the purpose except to kind of symbolically claim the area as really not part of our heritage, essentially, like some. Yeah. It's not even any specific other North American heritage. It's literally like not America,